It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Pats and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nice hands displayed there by the former Penn State standout. And he's certainly hoping to get back on track now that he's playing in a Bengals offense that better suits his skill set.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. To the air again, Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Hunter Renfrow from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. May. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up to the 39. A give up the middle to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. Once more, Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. Douglas, the man in motion. They go play action now. May. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep, Hunter Renfrow. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Now it's Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Burrow will throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 45. Here's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Burrow. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here is May. He finds Douglas complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Play action, May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To the air, May. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 5. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, May. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. The open man here, Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Renfro, the motion man. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side to Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England trying to get a place on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll bring Renfro in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's May. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Moss on the give up the middle.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down, here's a run by Moss. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over. Possession back to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson headed out with the offense. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the shotgun, it's May. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw with May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Barmore in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Here's May. Juju Smith-Schuster. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The tight end Henry here in motion. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Looking to throw, May. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now a short one to Gesicki. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Burrow. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Pats will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
Room here to run.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To the air, May.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Throwing here is May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now it's Burrow. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hunter Renfro, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Patriots offense and Ramondre Stevenson getting set for this next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw, it's May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
So we pause for an injured player, and not what you want to see. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's in some pain out there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
From the gun, it's May.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9.
Burrow will throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 2nd down, it's Moss again.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Burrow. Caught on the slant, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll throw with May.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's May. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Looking to throw. May.
Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, May with it. There's the rookie from Washington. That's Jalen Polk.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Once more, Gibson.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete to Baker.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
From the shotgun, it's May. He'll get this to Baker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Bourne going to go in motion right here. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Tackled on the play by Miles Murphy. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
On play action, May. That one caught by Polk.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To the air, May.
And this complete to Henry over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 13.
They'll start on the ground with Moss.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On 2nd down, it's Moss again.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Jones on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And he's brought down.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Throwing here is May. Now this complete to Polk.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance.
And got his man complete. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Bengals 1st down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.